So I'm going to teach you today how to start drawing your face. This area up here. We're going to start with the chin and the sides of your face, and we're going to try and work up to your hair, which is very difficult to draw if it's like mine, which is very big and fluffy. So the first thing my professor taught me that was very, very important was to, I'm going to get my notebook here, not be afraid of looking at a blank page and just making a mark like that. Now we're not going to use that mark, but it's there and it means you can start. It's progress, and that's important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle my camera so you can see me working. I'm going to angle the chair that I'm sitting in. And I'm going to try and do this as best I can so that you can watch me draw. Now what I'm going to do, and what I would recommend that you do, is sit yourself in front of a mirror or your phone screen, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make marks on the paper and look back to your face, and then make more marks on the paper and look back at your face again. Now, this is a constant looking at yourself. And by doing that, you'll be able to visualize what you look like and put it on the paper. Now, that's harder than it sounds. If you've ever tried to draw anything and it's looked kind of goofy, it's because you didn't have a good point of reference. So we're going to try and establish that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at my paper, I'm going to look at myself, and I see that my chin here, not my chin, the side of my face has a little angle to it. So when I draw it, I'm not going to go straight down, I'm going to go a little inward, like that. Now that may be a little too steep, but that's okay, because the second rule that my professor taught me is that it is okay to go back and revise your work, what you did. If something isn't quite right, you can change it, always. So I'm going to leave that for now, and I'm going to move down to my other part of my face, which is my chin. And I see that this has a very sharp angle. It's very steep, right? Like a hill. And I'm going to make another series of marks. I'll try and show you while I do it. It'll be a little difficult. You can see me moving. See? Right there. There's my chin. And it might look a little goofy, a little different, but that's fine. We're not going for perfect. You're just learning. This is just the beginning. And now I'm going to do the other side of my face. Look at that. It's not perfect, but it's mine, and it's a start. Now I'm going to try and work on my ears a little. Now I look at them, and I see that using my pencil, I can see that they're kind of flat, right? So the bottoms are flat. We'll start with the bottoms. See that little tiny mark right there? Might be a little hard to see because of the light, but see that? That's the bottom of my ear. Now I have that done. And I can see that my hair, because it's so big and fluffy, has a little bit sticking out behind it when I look at the camera. So we're going to try and sketch that in as well. Right, you can hear my pencil going a little bit. See my paper shaking. And now we have just a little bit of pencil marking right under there, and that's my hair. Speaking of my hair, what you want to do when you draw your hair is you don't want to try and just start in the middle, because that will make it look like just a bunch of lines going everywhere, right? To get the shape of your hair, you want to look at the outline, right? Which is difficult. So if you imagine, we don't have this in real life, but imagine a black line that goes all the way around your body, right? It's all the way on the outside. It's the border between you and everything else. So if I look at my hair, watch my pencil, I can trace the outside of my head like so, all the way way to the other side, and that's what I want to try and capture. So if I look at the outline here, I can see that after my ear goes up, which I'm drawing right now, it goes out just a tiny bit. So make a quick little tiny line. Let me make that darker so you guys can see it. Oh, it's on the other side. Right there. See? There's the little jut. That's my hair. And after that, it goes up, and it kind of looks like a big dome, like half of a ball, like a basketball. And there it is. See? It's the side of my head. Does that look about right? I think it does, so we'll keep going. And I notice there's another little tiny bump in my hair that goes even higher, but it's not that big. So we try and do a little bump that's not quite as big. And it's that right there. And now we're at the top of my head. So we can just go across, and we'll try and get all those bumps as I look from my page back to my camera. My eyes are constantly moving, and I'm trying to capture all the sides of my face that I can see. And now we're at the other side of my hair. See, we've gone all the way across, and it's a little flat there, but we'll come back to that. We're just going to keep on going. My hair on this side right here flips up a little bit, right? Comes out just a little bit. So we're going to get that too. All right. How does that look? Can you see it? I've got my chin, the sides of my face, and my ears, and some of my hair sticking out back there. And then I have the line of my hair that goes all the way around on the outside. And now I need to separate it from my face. So I'm going to look at where my hair touches my skin, and I'm going to try and outline it. And I see that there's a big spot right here, like a big upside down V. And I'm going to divide that. All right? I'll show you what I mean by divide. Now I'm going to make this really dark so you guys can see it. See? Right there. This down here is my face, my skin, and up here is the hair that's covering it. We're going to complete that line right now. We're going to try and mimic it the best that I can. Yeah? See? Does that look right? Again, I think it does. So we'll keep on going. Next, I want to try and cover my glasses. And they're kind of hard to do because there's a lot of different parts to them, but we're just going to make them look like rectangles. So that's easy, right? See that? And we're going to connect them. That little connector here in the middle that keeps them together. I can do that with just 2 quick lines, right? Now I'm going to go to my nose. And your nose is very tricky to do because everyone's nose can look very different. And this is how I like to draw my nose, because I have kind of a round nose, right? And it goes into 2 separate sections. But I always like to draw my nose like that, right? It looks like a backwards J, like whoop. And it still looks like a nose. So now, what do I want to do? Do I want to do my eyes? Do I want to do my mouth? I can do my eyebrows too. So I think we'll start there. I think we'll go back to those because those are also easy. Just a lot of little dark lines right up at the top of my face. It's really coming together, isn't it? It's starting to look like me. And just a couple minutes ago, all we had was this right here. And now it's all this. So now I think I'll do my mouth. So what I need to do is I need to look at my lips. And if you look right here, you can see that it's not like a gentle curve. There's little dips right up here. If you touch right here, you can feel a little dip, a little divot. And we'll try and get that in there as best we can. Now those might be a little wide, but you can always come back and fix them. Remember that. A little faint too, so I'll try and get them up close to the camera. See them? Now when you're drawing your lips, what you want to remember is when you purse your lips, which means when you put them together, like this, there's a little black line that you'll see right between the upper and lower lip. So watch, I'll point it out. See that? You want to remember to draw that so it doesn't just look like you have this big thing in the middle of your face, this big blobby thing, right? Now I'll go ahead and draw my eyes. And if you look here, I'll take my glasses off. Your eyes are oval shaped. You may think, oh, those things in the middle, your pupils are circular, but your whole eye is shaped like an oval. So we'll try and make that shape first. Around the outside. And we'll try and make them even with each other, even though my eyes are just a tiny bit crooked. See that? Right on top. And now we'll draw my pupils. We'll just color those in real dark. Because it's very hard to draw both your pupil and your cornea. Just a little black spot in the middle of your eye. Or I might have that wrong actually. But see, there I am. And now that we have a little rough version of me, and he's all black and white, looks like he can use a little filling in, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the side of this pencil, right? It's very sharp. So we're going to take the side of this pencil, and we're just going to go like this. Woo! Woo! And we're just going to shade him in. I'll show you what this looks like when I'm done. Here. I'm just going to sketch him out. Look at that. Right along the side. So now my hair's all dark, right? Much darker than before because I have brown hair. And now we're going to do the same thing to my lips because my lips are a little darker than everything else. Look at that. See? It's a little me. Now, remember what we talked about here. What you want to do is you want to watch yourself as you draw. When you're drawing, whatever you're looking at yourself in, you want to look at the page, and as you draw, as you sketch on the page, you want to make a line, and you want to look back at yourself, and you want to try and imitate the line that your face makes. So the outside of my face here, see, has a little tiny slope to it. So what I want to do when I'm drawing is, like we went over earlier, start sketching on the page, and you want to look back at yourself. And while you look back at yourself, you want to keep making the line so you can correct. And when you have something like this, you can go back and you can try and, make things look a little more like you.